Hey guys, so I have a bit of time to film a few videos, so I figured I would film the rest of my haul videos. Apologies for the current state of my makeup. It has been on for over 12 hours now, and once I film this I'm gonna wash it off and go to bed. So I'm just gonna jump right in and show you guys what I picked up, what is going on with my hair, yo.
Like craziness. It'll do. So, it'll do. I'm not even wearing any lipstick. Jeez, guys, when was the last time you saw me without any lipstick on?
So this last portion is like Black Friday haul stuff that I ordered online, and I went a little bit foundation crazy, like base product crazy. So yes, I ordered stuff from Space NK, Clinique, Estee Lauder and Boots, and I will start with the Clinique stuff just so I can show you the samples that came with it, because I got an awesome deal on those samples. Actually, I think I ordered this after Black Friday, but you know, whatever. I picked up their Super Balanced Silk Makeup Foundation, which is what I have on my face right now. And as I said, I've had this on for over 12 hours now, like, and it's still in relatively good nick. I mean, it's still on my face. It's still a serviceable amount of makeup. it's a bit worn, but it's still presentable, you know. I mean, I'd need to like touch up my eyeliner and stuff, and maybe like a little bit extra concealer, but I'd be good to go. But yeah, this is supposed to be a relatively, one second, I'll read the box here. It'd just be easier, wouldn't it? It's for dry combination to oily skin, and it is a silky ultra fluid formula. It's a natural matte finish with moderate coverage. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a natural matte finish. It is a little bit, it's more of a like a silk finish. It is more of a silk finish, and I don't consider silk to be matte in any, you know, any version of the word, whatever. Too late now for description here. But I really like the coverage. It blends on really nicely. This is the first time I've worn it, and I'm super impressed. It's the first time I've ever had a Clinique foundation as well. I've always wanted to try their foundations, and I'm impressed by this one, so I kind of want to look into their other foundations, but I think I will, after what I've purchased here, I will probably wait a while before I buy any more foundations. But I really like this. I also touched up a little bit before this video with this guy, which is the Chubby in the Nude foundation stick. Just for color reference, I got this one in Silk Porcelain. I think it might be either like a touch too light or a touch too pink for my skin tone, because I do feel like I'm a little bit washed out, but then again, 12-hour-old makeup. This however is in Abundant Alabaster, which is 02. I don't know if there is an 01, but there's a sort of swatch of it. It's a relatively moderate coverage as well. I will read the box for you, and it says sheer to moderate coverage, natural matte finish. That I agree. It does have a bit more, it's a more matte finish than the Silk foundation is. I applied this blending in with my fingers. I'm not too keen on how it looked, but that could be because it's on top of the old makeup, so I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be good for what I bought it for, which is more of a touch-up stick than actual, you know, first application foundation. if that makes sense. Because I do like to sometimes, if I can, touch up around my mouth, because that's where my foundation wears off the most, because I do touch my face during the day. But yes, so I picked up those two, and along with that came an abundance of samples. You got to choose 5, I think it was. Yes, you got to choose 5. So I got a little pot of the Take the Day Off cleansing balm to try, which everybody has been going gaga over for like the last couple of months on YouTube. So I'm super excited to, oh wow, that is a full jar. I'm super excited to try this guy out. There is 15 mils in here, that seems like a lot. So I'll get a good test run of this guy. I also got they also had a coupon code because it was Black Friday week, and each day they were giving away something free. It was either that or they have like a 12 days of Christmas going on. I can't rightly remember. All I know is I ended up with a free full size of the Clinique Pop Oil, which is a lip and cheek glow, and it's in the shade Poppy Glow. And it looks like this. I haven't tested it out yet, but these kinds of things really intrigued me, and I wasn't really sure about them, so I haven't really looked into purchasing one. So being as I don't have any lip product on, let's just go for it, right? Oh, that feels really nice. It's a lot more pigmented than I thought it would be. And it hasn't got like a funky taste or anything. And I don't really smell much off of it either. Whilst I don't think this would be something that I would be reaching for a lot, I think this would be perfect for those days when you're doing like a no makeup thing. I think like it doesn't really go well with made upness. I think it would go well with a more pared back, dewy, barely there kind of face. But I'm really happy to have that. I also got a full size of the Quick Liner for eyes, and this is in the shade Intense Ebony. I've had one of these before actually. I don't think it was ebony I had. I think it was some sort of possibly a charcoal I had, but it was really, really nice. So I'm happy to have another one. I wouldn't pay for this guy, whilst it is really, really nice. I'm not sure how much it is, but you only get 0.14 grams, which is a ridiculously small amount of product, even for an automatic pencil. So I would never purchase this full size. I would only ever get them as samples. Next is a little sample of the Moisture Surge Intense, which is a gel cream moisturizer. This just looks like a cute little tubby. I quite like the Moisture Surge range. I've shown you guys a little gift box I've had of samples from other parts of the range, so there's just another little one to add to my little moisturization stash. I'm pretty sure I'm set for moisturizer for 2017. And lastly in this box are 2 mascara samples. We have the High Impact Mascara. I bought a full size of this like a couple of months ago, and since then I've procured 2 or 3 samples since buying the full size. So I kind of I regret a little bit buying the full size, even though I love the mascara. I've been given like the equivalent for free, but whatever. And I've also got the Chubby Lash Fattening Mascara, which I had to open to have a look at, and it looks like this, and it really reminds me a lot of the They're Real mascara from Benefit and the Revlon HD mascara, if you guys remember that. I was a huge fan of Revlon HD mascara, so I'm really excited to delve into this guy. I think this will probably be the next one I use once I finish up the ones I'm currently using. And I like this. If you listen, it's got a click, so it's like an airtight seal almost, at least I think it might be. So I'm quite happy with that, very happy. Next is some stuff from Estee Lauder. I'm going to quickly show you the samples that I got from the Estee Lauder website before I delve into the products. First of all is a sample of the Priming Moisture Balm from the Genuine Glow range. I've heard of quite a few people talk about these things, so I'm super excited to get a chance to try this. It kind of feels a bit like, oh, it smells yummy. It smells lovely. It smells like the Day Wear moisturizer, but it kind of reminds me of a more hydrating version of Professional a little bit, just based on that. So I will give that a bash and tell you guys more about it once I try it. I also got a little sample of the Clear Difference Purifying Exfoliating Mask. Exfoliating. I feel like I just said exfoliating. So it's just a little ditty size of that. You apply a generous amount to clean skin, leave for 5 minutes, wet hands and gently massage over face, rinse off, use twice weekly. So yeah, I don't know if I'd get more than one use out of that, but there you go. And then we have 2 little samples in the little baggie. I appear to have misplaced one of the other samples. Lord knows what it was, but this is a sample of the Modern Muse Le Rouge Gloss. They've come out with so many flankers of the Modern Muse fragrance, it's hard to keep track of them. Oh, ow! Oh! That burnt my nose! Oh, no. You know when you just get like that, it stings my nose. Ow. Okay. I don't know whether the sample is possibly off or I really not loving this fragrance. No, I don't think I'm loving this fragrance. Shine on, be an inspiration. No thank you. Not smelling like that. It kind of smells like aerated patchouli. Like burnt patchouli even. I don't know. Let's just put that over there. I found the other sample. It's another sample of the Advanced Time Zone Wrinkle Eye Cream. So I now have 2 of these. So I'm pretty sure I'm good for mascara, moisturizer, and eye cream for next year. Awesome. Speaking of mascara, I picked up a tube of my all-time favourite mascara, and that is the Sumptuous Extreme, which I then, when I was in store buying Christmas gifts, discovered that I could have bought a sample size if I'd wanted to. They now sell sample sizes, or travel sizes as they call them. This is £25, or you can pick up the sample size for £10, which... if I'd known I could have done that, I would have done that, because for the length of time that you keep mascara, I would have done just as well getting the travel size. But yeah, so now I have a full-on tube of my favourite mascara. So, yes. I also picked up a foundation from Estee Lauder that I've been meaning to pick up for a long time, and that is the Double Wear. I had it in old formula. This is the new formula. I picked it up in 1N1, which is Ivory Nude. 1N1 is also the shade that I use in the Invisible Fluid. The colour I had previously was 1C1. But this is 1N1, as you can see. It's quite pale. It kind of pulls a little bit yellow for me, so maybe I should have gone for 1C1. But I can definitely, as you can see, it really blends straight into my skin. I can definitely wear this shade, but I think maybe 1C1 would have been a slightly better match. But this kind of thing I could easily bronze up a bit more if I wanted to, or mix in some more pink tones if I have to. I loved Double Wear before. I hope the new formula is the same or maybe slightly better. That just swatching on my skin like that, it kind of felt a little bit thinner of a consistency than it used to, so I will do I will talk about it in another video probably once I've actually had a chance to use it. I do plan on doing a series talking about foundations and such, so yeah. I'm looking forward to that coming up in the future. I've become a huge fan of the Double Wear lip liner, so I've wanted to try out the Double Wear eye pencils. So I picked up 2 shades. I picked up Coffee and Emerald Vault, and I will quickly swatch those for you. There is Coffee. And there is Emerald Vault, very similar to that one that I had from Revlon, but I've actually tested this out on my eye, and I can assure you that it goes on your eyes that pigmented. It doesn't blend away into nothing. You can use it on your waterline and it still comes out a beautiful, glorious shade of emerald green. So, hallelujahs. I picked up one of their blushes. I'm a huge fan of the Estee Lauder blush formula. This just happened to be one that caught my eye, and I'd been meaning to pick it out for a while, and it just sort of caught my eye in the recommended products section of my basket, and I was just like, So I picked it up. This is Lover's Blush. I was always worried that it was going to be too similar to Sensuous Rose, which I have and love, but it's definitely a lot more it's significantly less rose toned, slightly more peachy. So I don't feel like justified in owning it. I'm pretty sure it's different enough not to be a problem. And I'm wearing that today actually. This is a combination of, well, wow, that's a spot. On my cheeks at the moment is a combination of Soft and Gentle Highlight, Lover's Blush, and MAC Matte Bronze. I just felt like it this morning. And I also picked up 2 of the new, I say new, they've been around for a while, I just never really got into them because I was a little annoyed. See, I'd just gotten my collection of eye palettes just for them to be phased out, and they brought out these ones, so I was a bit poo-pooing them on purpose because I was annoyed. But I finally broke down and picked up 2. I picked up Fiery Saffron and Rebel Metal. So this is a Fiery Saffron. They are really, really pretty. Originally I went and looked at them and I was like, there are no nice color combinations. They're all horrible. And it was just me being bitter. And this is Rebel Metal, which is stunning. I will quickly swatch these for you. Like, so pretty. I'm not going to swatch all of them, I just wanted to do a quick little sampling because these are really nicely pigmented. I will be doing some face of the day videos with all the palettes that I've recently purchased, so I will do a video on like each one, so it's about 10 videos coming up soon. It'll be happening in the new year. Those are the plans. From Boots, I picked up a couple of pieces. One from Smashbox. I picked up a lighter shade of the Studio Skin. I have 1.0 and I picked up 0.5, which is a much lighter shade. I would show you it next to 1.0, but I can't find it. It is Sprouted Feet and wandered off somewhere. But the 1.0 is slightly darker and a lot more yellow. This has more of a pink base to it and it's significantly lighter. It would match me a lot better, whereas the 1.0, if I were to wear it in the winter, it's obviously a touch too dark, so I'm really happy to have one that matches. This is a super amazing formula. It's very good coverage. It has really long wear without and it's not like super matte either. It's very lightweight. It's quite a liquidy, well, I hate to say liquidy, but it's an emollient formula. It's very blendable. I'm a huge fan of it. So from Boots, I picked up 2 eyeshadows from Dior. These are the Mono Lustrous shadows, and I believe these are the ones that came out in the fall collection. This first one is in Fever, and then we have Reflection. They look kind of similar, but Fever is a touch more purple. I will swatch them for you. There's Fever and there's Reflection. As you can see, Fever is a touch more purple. It's a bit more of like a taupe shade. Unfortunately, I haven't tried them on the eyes yet, so I can't really give you a mini review of how they perform, but if they're anything like the way Tara from Tara Babies says they are, then I think they're going to be awesome. They feel like in the pan there, it's very firmly packed in there, and the glitter seems to be fairly well like blended into the formula. I don't feel like it flakes off of the skin as I did the swatches or anything, so I'm not expecting much in the way of fallout or anything, but you know, the proof is in the pudding. We'll have to wait until I actually try them and we'll find out how they do. Lastly from Boots, I picked up a powder that I've heard quite a few people talking about. It's the NYX hashtag no filter powder. Do I have to say the hashtag part? I'm not sure. And this is in the shade Alabaster, and to be perfectly honest guys, this really reminds me of the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. Like, maybe slightly more finely milled, not quite as chalky. That was one problem I used to have with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I felt that it was kind of chalky. I thought that this was going to be a bit like, you know, NYX's answer to the whatchamacallit, the Hourglass Ambient powders. Let's just get some on there. It just says finishing powder, it doesn't actually say what it's meant to do, but I'm guessing it's supposed to be a bit like a diffusing powder. give you sort of like an airbrushed finish kind of thing. It definitely does something. I can't quite put my finger on what it does, but it definitely did something. It matted me down a little bit without being too matte. I quite like it. That was a good first impressions. So I'm looking forward to giving this guy a thorough test run. And lastly is some things that I picked up from Space NK. Speaking of Hourglass, I picked up a full size of one of their ambient lighting powders. I know, I was a bit disappointed in the ambient lighting trio. And here I am with a full size of one of their powders. This is in the shade Luminous Light. So I'll just give you guys a quick swatch of this guy. There it is, just there. And we shall give this guy a bit of a test also. Probably not the most ideal brush, but it's the first one I came across. Does not seem to be picking anything up. Ooh. That is pretty. It's subtle, very freaking subtle, but that is pretty. That to me is the kind of thing that I could probably put all over my face and be cool with it. A very soft focus. Could use it as a highlight, you could use it as a finishing powder. I think this one was a good buy. I'm still really disappointed in Dim Light. I can't believe it went so freaking red on my face. It was no bueno, no bueno. But Luminous Light I'm impressed with. I think I picked this one up because Yes, this is why I picked Luminous Light, because I have the Ambient Light and Primer in Luminous Light and I really, really like it. I've used this a bunch of times since getting it. So I figured the pressed powder would be a good buy. And I was, so far, I think I was right. I already own the Laura Mercier Candle Glow powder, which I think is lovely. So I figured I would give the concealer a try. I haven't actually tried it on my face. I did pump a little bit out so I could sample it. And it definitely is the right color. We'll just put stuff on my face right now. Shall we? That was a good cleanup. Rather expensive product for cleanup. I am really not a fan of this applicator though. I mean, I don't... That is a nice product. It feels kind of moisturizing under the eye, which, like a lot of under eye concealers, whilst they're like liquidy and stuff, they don't feel like they're moisturizing under the eye. Like even my Lumi Magique doesn't feel this nice. I mean, obviously it's a lower price product. You don't expect it to feel as nice as something like Laura Mercier, but you know what I mean. If I can get my head around this globe sponge thing, then this may be a new favorite thing. We shall see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. And whilst we're on concealer, I did pick up one from NARS. 1 second. I have this concealer from NARS, the Creamy Radiant Concealer in Vanilla. I picked this one up because I was hearing people talk about the concealer, and the lightest shade I'd heard anyone talk about was Vanilla. I like Vanilla. My memory card filled up. I'm not entirely sure where I was, but yeah, so everyone was talking about Vanilla, so I bought Vanilla. I like Vanilla. It does the job, but they also have Chantilly, which is light 1. Vanilla is light 2. So, you notice a glaring difference here. A glaring difference. Chantilly is very freaking pale. Let's just do really just big ass swatches. There you go. There's Chantilly. There's Vanilla. Chantilly. Oh my god. That is gonna be like so
freaking brightening. Oh my god, it is so brightening. I'm gonna have to use way less concealer when I use Chantilly. A little bit goes such a long way with that.
Next from NARS is a foundation, and this is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. First person I heard talk about this was Jaclyn Hill, and she had it cling to like her dry patches, and her makeup didn't go on very well on top of it. Pardon me. But that's because she has dry skin, and this is more geared to oilier skins. But I haven't really heard anyone talk about it. Like, not really. So I went and bought it, went to use it, and had this happen. See that? It's like water. It's like wow. It's like liquid. And I was like, oh god, maybe something is wrong with it. Maybe it's a dud. So I went on YouTube, googled it. The first person that came up was Shanik, so I don't know how I missed her review of it. But apparently I've been missing a lot of her videos lately. With the new algorithm, it seems to be like if you don't interact with a YouTuber, or if you're not frequently watching their videos, they don't seem to show up in your subscription feed. But that's a whole other issue. But she had the same thing happen. She tried it and it went all liquidy, and she was a bit of shock. So yeah, it's meant to be like this. I don't recall Jaclyn Hill talking about its consistency when she used it. If she did, I apologize, but I don't remember hearing about it being so liquidy. But it kind of makes me think it's going to be very similar to like the Invisible Fluid from Estee Lauder, or the Stay Perfect Fluid from No. 7. If it is awesome, because I love those foundations, so I will do a video on these in the future. And lastly, guys, is a Becca blush, and this is the Mineral Blush in Wild Honey. I have one like a mini size in Flower Child, which I love. So I wanted to pick up another blush from that formula. I don't really want to touch the luminous blushes. I don't know, I prefer, I don't know, like I like the idea of them, but I just don't know where to start with them is the main issue. But this is in Wild Honey, as I said, and it's like a satin finish blush. I will do a quick swatch down the middle here. this is totally my tones, like burnt orangey peachy kind of colors. It's kind of similar to Lover's Blush, but a bit like way more pigmented than Lover's Blush, so I can't wait to get this on my face. It really kind of reminds me of Bourjois Sienna, which I love, but because Bourjois brushes get so much hard pan, it's like ridiculous. I'm kind of glad to found a replacement for it, even if it does cost probably like 4 or 5 times the price. But the rate that you go through a blush, you know, it's kind of worth the investment. It's a blush you're gonna have for like the next 3-4 years, so yes. So I was going to say that's the last of my shopping, which is true in a sense. These were the last things that I bought, but I do still have to share my ColourPop order with you guys and my Makeup Geek order, which is still to come in. It's in the country, it's in the city, I've paid the customs, it just needs to get its ass to my door. I have the ColourPop order. It's sitting right here. I'm like itching to burst into it. It's one of the reasons why I'm sitting here at this time of night filming this damn videos right now, because I want to test these things out and I want to do it on camera. I do. So, sorry for all haul videos, sorry for the makeup on my face. I bought things. I did. Oopsies. But I will be featuring these videos in these products in upcoming videos in the new year. If there's anything specific you want to see in a video, let me know in the comments below. As said, there will be a series of, I feel like I'm talking like Philip DeFranco right now, but as I said, there will be a series of foundation reviews and a series of Face of the Days featuring individual palettes. I have a couple of Face of the Days that I need to edit anyways, which I say this every video, because Face of the Days are they're a daunting task, but they're actually okay. They're actually okay. I'm sitting there looking at 45 minutes of footage thinking, oh gosh, how am I supposed to trim this down to like under 20 minutes? But it's actually a piece of piss. Whatever. Oh, my mouth runs away with me when I'm tired. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.